So, Axios magazine wrote an article about Joe Biden's temper behind the scenes, and they're trying to make it seem like it's a good thing. Let's talk about it. Hello, everyone. This is Keith. Welcome to the Ghetto Sapien channel, your home of inner city intelligence. So, Axios magazine wrote an article about Joe Biden and behind the scenes that he might have a temper, just a little bit, but it's actually a good thing. And the magazine article, Axios, try to make it seem like, it's a well-hidden secret that Joe Biden might not be as grandfatherly as he appears to be in public, like this.
I know more than most people know, and I can get things done. That's why I'm running. And you want to check my shape on? Let's do push-ups together here, man. Let's run. Let's do whatever you want to do. Let's do Number two. No one has said my son has done anything wrong, and I did not on any occasion. And no one has ever said it. Not
I didn't
one.
say you were doing anything wrong.
You said I set up my son to work in an oil company. Isn't that what you said? Get your words
That's presidential temperament right there.
straight, Jack.
That's what I hear on MSNBC.
And that's what you get for listening to MSNBC. You end up in a room with a rabid grandfather who's running for president. So good for you.
You don't hear that in MSNBC. You did not hear that. But you heard. Look, okay, I'm not going to get in an argument with you, man.
No, I don't want to.
Well, yeah, you do. But look, Fat, look, here's the deal.
I did not say that. That's not true. I did not say that. It's a viral video like the other ones you're putting out there. They're saying they're lying.
Well, he just clarified it.
Wait. Take the AR-14s and look at it.
Hold on. And let's keep moving. There's a lot of guys wanted.
I'm not worried.
And the aides come in. They try and take him away before he actually bites somebody.
Thank you.
Biden made a quick campaign stop at Urban Dreams in Des Moines. Fallon waited in line for a picture and wanted to confront Biden on his climate change proposals. Another member of Fallon's bold Iowa group recorded the cell phone video.
I'm going to support you if you win the nomination because we got to get rid of Trump.
It started off fine, but Biden quickly became agitated when Fallon didn't agree to support him in the caucuses.
We got to stop building and replacing pipelines. You got to go vote for somebody else.
Go vote for someone else. You're not black. Obviously.
All right, thanks so much, sir. We're going to have you here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I'm going to vote you in the general if you treat me
Yeah, I
right.
know. Well, I'm not.
Well, can I have a
Look,
Thank you.
you're asking a picture of me. You're coming up and telling me.
The man said, I'm going to vote for you in the general if you treat me right. Biden's response was, well, I'm not. As I'm not going to treat you right. People should really have paid attention.
Don't support me.
No.
My plan. Yeah, you did. You said
I said I would support you in the general.
in the general. I'm looking
Right.
for a primary.
We're happy to
and a
get a number.
caucus.
We can follow up.
That's what I'm looking for, okay?
Just because
Now,
we're trying to get.
you believe that Bernie can do something by 2030?
By the way, Bernie did go on to stomp him in the Iowa caucus, and I wonder why. Maybe this had something to do with it, where he's almost assaulting an Iowa voter. No wonder they want to move to South Carolina first, since he might have a bad rep in Iowa. I don't know.
I'm actually supporting Tom Steyer.
The first surprise is that Biden told Fallon to vote for someone else.
I did not expect to be told to leave, to go vote for somebody else, and then to be lectured about.
And then he presses on Fallon's chest, pokes him with a finger, and finally grabs his jacket with two hands.
It was not appropriate interaction for anybody. I mean, if I'd done that to him, the security would have been all over me.
Nah, you would have been dead. But that might be the reason why Bernie stomped him in Iowa, and now they've changed everything over. So the first primaries for the Democrat Party will be in South Carolina. Iowa ain't loving it, but Biden doesn't seem to like Iowans anymore, so go figure. Anyway, so now to the article. that I thought was amusing that Axios wrote. Now that you have a good idea what Biden's temperament's like, if you didn't know already. Anyway, so here we go. Old Yeller, I like that title. Biden's private fury. Again, how private it is, that's up to you. In public, President Biden likes to whisper, which is creepy, to make a point. In private, he's prone to yelling. Behind closed doors, Biden has such a quick trigger temper that some aides try to avoid meeting alone with him. I'm going to read you an article in a few minutes that will make that maybe a whole different meaning to it. Some take a colleague almost as a shield against a solo blast. Yeah, solo blast. Okay. That's also going to take on a new meaning when I show the other article to follow up. The president's admonitions include, "God damn it, how the F don't you know about this?" Or another one, "Don't effing bull me and get the F out of here." According to current and former Biden aides who have witnessed and have been on the receiving end of such outbursts. Senior and lower level aides alike can be in Biden's line of fire. "No one is safe," said one administration official. Yeah, no one's safe in the United States either after this freaking guy. Anyway, Biden aides still talk about how angry, Jeff Zients. I don't really care. Let's see. This is really interesting. There's no question that Biden's temper is for real. Really? I thought he was faking it to look tough. "It may not be as volcanic as Bill Clinton's, but it's definitely there," said Chris Whipple, author of The Fight of His Life Inside Joe Biden's White House. Okay. Whipple's book quotes former White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki as saying, "I said to Biden multiple times, I'll know we have a really good trusting relationship when you yell at me for the first time." That sounds like a battered spouse syndrome or something. Like, "I know you really love me when you give me a black eye because I forgot to put gravy on your pork chops." It's pretty much the same thing. This is abusive. Whipple notes Psaki wouldn't have to wait long. So apparently he yelled at her too. He'll grill aides, and here's how they try to make it seem like a positive thing. It's not that Joe Biden is yelling because he crapped his pants or he got the wrong flavor ice cream or he thinks he's in Iraq, that we have a war going on in Iraq. No, it's not those things. It's he'll grill aides on topics until it's clear they don't know the answer to a question. A routine that some see as meticulous and others call stump the chump or stump the dummy. Being yelled at by the president has become an internal initiation ceremony in this White House, aides say. If Biden doesn't yell at you, it could be a sign he doesn't respect you. Or here's another article that came out about the inside of Biden, what's going on behind the scenes with Biden. Biden swims naked, upsetting female Secret Service agents, a book claims. So they got to put up with naked in 2014. They had to put up with a naked skinny dipping Biden. And I read the article, and they also talked about how he used to try and isolate himself with the female Secret Service agents, and they weren't too keen on that. So you either get naked Joe Biden or yelling Joe Biden behind the scenes. Look, there's something called sundown syndrome. And I had a family member, my mom to be specific, may she rest in peace, she had Alzheimer's. So in the evening, she'd get cranky. I mean, really angry, just like I've never seen it before. It's quite possible, and a lot of people are saying this, that these angry outbursts are usually in the evenings, or most likely in the evenings for Joe Biden, and it's just a sign of that he's losing it. It's obvious he's slowing down. If you ever watch him just 6 months ago, he was relatively spry compared to what he looked like when he was in the UK with the King of England. It looks really bad. So I think these behind-the-scenes outbursts are really a part of his brain just going south on him. It's not that he's angry and he's testing his, testing the knowledge of his aides. No one's believing that. You can stop trying to gaslight us. It's really sad. and I guess they think we're pretty stupid. So it ain't angry. It's not that Biden's angry about anything of any importance. He's just a confused, old, crooked man. But that's just my opinion. What's yours? Like, share, comment, and subscribe.